So today we have a new unit that I want to talk about, and also welcome to my first ever tutorial. Gunslinger has been out in the game for about a couple months now, and I gotta say it's one of those units that have completely changed the game. So today what we're going to talk about is how you can get it, what does it do, how to use it, the talents, and what decks it works really well with. So let's just get right into it. So first things first, Gunslinger is a legendary card, and it does a lot. I like to think of it as the Portal Keeper on steroids. It does a few things that are very, very crucial. It does armor destruction, so it kind of works similar to Trapper or Chemist, where it reduces the armor on the monsters. It also slows down your targets when you activate the Gunslinger, and it ricochets, which means that it doesn't only affect, like, let's say 3 or 4 monsters on the board. Once it finishes with those monsters with the bullets that go through, it affects another set of monsters as well. And you can increase those ricochets by increasing the tiers. Every tier adds another set of bullets that go through. And not only that, every time you increase the tier, it increases the armor destruction significantly, which is key in making your games last longer and potentially be the deciding factor between winning or not. So you can get the Gunslinger cards from a few different places. From the events like the Rush for Glory, Royal Trials, and the Mirror Match events. You can get them using event coins. You can also get them from the Archmage chests. And you can also get them from the Glutton chests, where you place in a legendary card that you already have, and you exchange it, and there's a chance that the Gunslinger might pop up. So without further ado, let's hop into a game and let's show you guys how it works. Alright, we're finally in a game. So this game is essentially going to be focused on Gunslinger mainly. The way I like to play this is I like to get both my Scrapper and my Gunslinger up to tier 4 first, just so I don't get stuck a little bit later on in the game. There we go. Now that we have that set up, and this is where Gunslinger actually shines. Look how quick you can get this whole board set up. It also helps when you want to merge something in between the Knight statues to get stacks as well. So, just like I did there, you move whatever unit you want in the middle, and you can merge it to get the stacks. There we go. We got a tier 3. Don't really want that. Let's merge these out, and then eat that, and then try to catch that upgrade. And you can always, if you're quick enough and if you're paying attention, you can always catch the Scrapper upgrade on the Gunslinger, which is crucial. We're trying to get your tiers up, because remember, the higher the tier is for the Gunslinger, the more armor destruction that you do. So let's do this. Copy all my Phoenixes. Bring that here in the middle. Got another Phoenix. That's perfect. And bring that here, and then bring that tier 1 in the middle, so we can merge, get a stack on the or get a charge on the Phoenix, and get the stacks on the Knight statue. I'm gonna eat that. W. You can bring that here. Do you guys see how quick I got that board set up? So quick and so simple. For some reason, I'm getting very lucky with my... Oh, look at that. That's perfect. My Scrapper upgrades and with my merges to get Phoenixes. This is a great game so far. Look how quickly it's allowing us to get the stacks on Knight statue, and how many charges we got on Phoenix already. And the game basically just started. I typically want to keep focusing on the stacks on both the Knight statue and on the Phoenix for the first 8 to 9 waves of the game. And once we have that all set up for the most part, is when I start taking everything to the next level and really focusing on the usage and the mana power up of my Gunslinger. Let's do that. And I'll show you guys all that in due time. Because once that wave starts, you can't really focus on getting the stacks on Knight statue anymore. So early game is going to be your best time to try to do that. Might look like we're losing, but it's all part of the plan. Decks as well. You're able to clear out waves quite a bit quicker. Now here's when you want to start using the Gunslinger. See that mana power up? It adds those ricochets, the blue bullets right here, and these bullets are what actually help you reduce the armor on the monsters, and it helps slow them down. And they're gonna come in handy in Deathwave, because that's when it's all about the timing. Let's wake one of these up pretty quick. Wake another one up. Do that. Take this out. Then we can take this. Take that. Take this. We can use our Gunslinger now because a lot of our Phoenixes are asleep. Then we can do this. That's okay. It's fine. Typically, I like to have everything awake for that last boss, but it's okay. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the main Phoenix in the center, because without it, we're not gonna get the 15 extra additional crit damage from the Night Statues. So we're gonna take this one out now. Let's do this. Do that, and then move the Gunslinger. Take that out. Oh, okay, buddy. That's unfortunate. Let's do this. The reason why I was moving the Gunslinger back and forth is because high charisma increases the attack speed of the neighboring units by 15%. So in that deck, we had 5 units that were getting affected. Let's do this. I'm gonna take one of these out for now, and then we do that. And then move the Gunslinger. See how much faster I can kill the bosses whenever I hit the Gunslinger power up? That is because of all the armor destruction that I gained from the ricochets. I do want to bring this in the middle here though, because one of the Gunslinger talents is attack speed increase to the neighboring units. Let's do that. And I also do want to bring that up here, where that tier, or down here where that tier 3 is. So let's do that really quick. Do that. Merge. Merge. Now let's bring that here. And now we're chilling. Copy that here too. Merge, merge. Remember what I said about timing before? Timing your Gunslinger moves is going to be crucial, because it comes back every about 25 seconds or so, and you want to make sure that you have it for bosses, because if you don't, you're going to be in a world of hurt. I'm not necessarily expecting to win this game, because his deck is way better than mine. Kind of unfortunate though, we don't really have a lot of tiers on our Night Statues, which is going to come back to hurt us a little bit. But we can use our mana power up, and we can move the Gunslingers. Late game, you want to be moving it every about 10 seconds or so, until you get close to the boss, like right now, and you want to make sure that you have it ready. And you always want to keep using your scrappers for the additional armor destructions from your scrappers as well. Yep. GG's. Oh, we're gonna lose at that boss. Do we lose? 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 Then we take it out, actually. Let's get some of these. We lose here. No! GG's. But essentially, that's how you use your Gunslinger. Now let's recap the talents for Gunslinger really quick. So the best talents, in my opinion, to use for Gunslinger is going to be Mariachi, because it increases the critical damage against targets by 20%. So anytime you activate the Gunslinger or move it, any unit that's affected by those ricochets and bullets are going to get an increase or a 20% extra critical damage. The other talent is mainly for Gunslinger DPS, but honestly it's not worth using Gunslinger for DPS. Now, the level 11 talents are Cleanse and Lucky Shot. Cleanse is okay, especially given how many negative effects there are in the game, but I'm using Mermaid, so I don't necessarily need it. So Lucky Shot is going to be the talent that most of you want to use. Monsters under the effect of Ghost Shot bring 20% more mana. So if you're constantly moving your Gunslinger and you're constantly activating the mana power up when you can, then you're going to be getting 20% extra mana. So this is good for games against Trickster. Essentially anything that keeps giving you negative effects, because you can always replenish that mana faster than if you didn't have it. Now, talent 13 is going to be the big one. There's Ghost Link and High Charisma. So Ghost Link transfers the damage between the monsters that have been affected by the Ricochet, and it transfers 5% of the total damage. So let's say you did 5 million, it's going to transfer 500,000 to all these monsters, which is going to be huge in certain decks. A lot of decks, though, will benefit from having the High Charisma. The reason why I was moving the Gunslinger back and forth is because High Charisma increases the attack speed of the neighboring units by 15%. So in that deck, we had 5 units that were getting affected and getting that attack speed increase. The one that was up here, the one that was down here, and the one that was up here, and the one in the middle. Oh, sorry, the 2 that were up and down here on each side, and then the one in the center. Which is why I moved the high tiers all to be affected by the Gunslinger. But yeah, so that's basically it for Gunslinger. Hope you guys enjoyed this little guide that we did. My name is Moti, and stay tuned because there's going to be a lot more coming in the near future.